Happy holidays from 2K Sports. It's time for NBA action. With Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, this is Kevin Harlan. We'll be hearing from David Aldridge on the sideline. And we've watched a pretty interesting season unfolding in the Western Conference, guys. Let's check out the standings here. You take a look at the Suns. They're sitting pretty, second place, and looking to take the top spot. And, of course, the Los Angeles Clippers, down 4 spots from them.
And I think for the Suns, they had pressure on them coming into the season. A lot of people were picking them to have a special year. And they haven't shied away from that pressure. They've embraced it.
I think every great team welcomes the challenge of trying to be elite, and they want to do it on a nightly basis.
And let's go straight over to David Aldridge for a report before the tip-off. Hey, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. The Phoenix Suns have become a powerhouse in the Western Conference, but they've got plenty of competition. Chris Paul said, "I've been in the West my whole career. The West has never been easy. It's always been a beast. If you want to win it all, you got to go through it." Guys?
It's rugged, tough road, David. No question about it. Thank you. And, Greg, when it comes to load management, why do we see more of it now than when you play?
Well, for me, the science of sport has evolved. And it's not just the athlete. It's the technology and the science that goes into making a better athlete. That's why you're seeing load management far more acceptable to the masses now, understanding that this is about the long game.
And the Clippers starting 5. The guard spots filled by Jackson and George. Ivica Zubac is out there with Ibaka. And for the Suns, up at forward, they'll have Bridges and Crowder. The star backcourt of Paul and Booker are out there. And it's Ayton in at the center position. Now, here's George. Outside Jackson. Ibaka with a screen on Paul. 3 on the clock. Jackson misses. And so it's Crowder with it. He'll bring it up for Phoenix. Passes it to Bridges. Paul surveying the floor. To the paint. And there's Ayton, and that's good on the assist by Paul.
Chris Paul came into the league playing unselfish, continues to do so. What a dime.
Outside, George. Up top the box.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Back to George. Steps back and fires. No good that time. So Phoenix will take it the other way. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with Boston.
Yeah, I mean, on the road, their defense was just overrun. Couldn't match the intensity of the opponent, and it cost them.
Well, let's hope there isn't any carryover from that letdown in this one.
Here's Bridges. The Clippers grab the miss. Last time they met was in Los Angeles.
Well, in that one, they just had everything working offensively. It's a lot of fun when you get into that kind of a groove.
Yeah, I love watching that game, and in particular, their demeanor in their destruction in that game.
It's good from long range.
Bridges confident right now, and I like to see him just be quick with those kind of decisions.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
George. And it's Devin Booker with the rebound.
Yeah, scoreless here early after their first 4 shots. They right now are searching for a bucket.
There's the pass to Ayton. And there's the call on DeAndre. That is his first foul of the game.
Really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Defense doesn't get much better than the mobile 1 block we just saw on replay.
And an early swat like that can really set the tone. Now the shooters will be feeling his presence.
And the Suns here with a different look. JaVale McGee's checked in for Ayton. Johnson comes in for Bridges. Landry Shamet's checked in for Booker. And Cameron Payne subbed in for Chris Paul. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for Ibaka. Man comes in for Ivica Zubac. Luke Kennard, he's checked in for George. And it's Eric Bledsoe in for Reggie Jackson.
Come on and get loud for your Suns dancers.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Here's Bledsoe. And again, no good by the Clippers.
Yeah, slow start right now. 5 straight misses to get this one going.
Dane looking around. Shamet on the wing. Pocket 6. Over Kennard. Here's McGee. And good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points.
And a better box out saves them 2 points there.
It didn't seem like anybody was really aware there to go and collect that rebound in the possession.
And so it's Phoenix bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. Shooting the ball so well in this one, a great performance from the field. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And regarded as one of the best leaders in the game today, Chris Paul opening about how his team works together.
With anything, whether it's business, work, relationships, whatever, it's communication. And I think that's something that we're doing an amazing job of right now. And that's communicating, talking through things, and making sure, even when it gets tough, that we continue to communicate.
And with this younger team, it's got to be easier for Chris Paul to lead as that elder statesman.
Yeah, at times in the past, veteran teammates didn't appreciate his constant input. Credit these younger guys, though, for soaking it in.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And from what we've seen, guys, from the Suns, what are you thinking so far?
Well, pounding the boards is one way to gain an advantage. They simply owned the glass in that first.
Well, if you get physical out there, you can control the glass, and that helps you to control the pace of the game.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. So for the Clippers right now, we've got Marcus Morris. Bledsoe is out there with Luke Kennard. Then there's Batum, and it's Man in at the 3, the small forward.
Well, he's a guy they count on to produce from the mid-range. He doesn't miss too many open looks from there.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
A fader. The shot, no good. The Clippers go the other way with it. They're coming off that win against the Nets.
Well, you look at the points they produced in that game. Great adjustments on the offensive end.
Yeah, never stopped working. One of those games where just everybody was making shots, continual flow, and a very professional win.
Bledsoe outside. The tray. It's hauled in by the Suns. McGee's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, mid-range jumpers are something of a lost art these days, but they're still practiced by superstars like Kawhi Leonard. Coach Ty Lue said, why not work on the shots that teams are giving up? Down the stretch, mid-range shots win games, playoffs too. If you shoot it at a high clip, it's just as good as a 3 for me. Guys?
And they do shoot it at a good clip, and they rely on it quite a bit. David, thank you. Excellent D that time there from McGee.
Defense is tough as it comes right there. He's a hard man to deny when he gets the ball to the rim.
Now here's Payne, defended by Batum. The shot's good from McGee. McGee's got the lead up to 14 now for the Suns.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Kennard on the wing. And the Clippers miss again. Suns leading by 14. Crowder feeling it out a bit. McGee finds Payne. Back to McGee. Outside Crowder. A three-pointer, no good. And so that's the end of the first half. Phoenix ahead. They lead by 14. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. Here with Coach Ty Lue. Coach, how do you get control of this game in the second half?
I think we just got to do a better job rebounding the basketball and taking care of the basketball. We had some shots that we normally make, we didn't. We just got to get back in transition.
Building that wall will help you, Coach, I know. Thanks. Back to you guys.
All right, David, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
Welcome, everybody. This game revealing a big disparity in play. What a performance so far for the Phoenix Suns.
Well, they built this lead in large part because of the sharpshooters off the bench. The subs played a superb game. Get it? Sub, superb. Oh, I'm rolling tonight. I mean, they played like starters.
And now that we're a ways into the season, here's how the standings look out west.
You know, for the Suns, they've been awesome so far this year. That was expected from the good analysts who know what they're talking about. We've got one on this panel, and it's called Shaq O'Neal. You don't know about the other two.
And that's all for us. Now it's time to send it back to Kevin Harlan for the beginning of the third quarter.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. It's been quite a game for JaVale McGee.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. A star backcourt of Paul and Booker are out there. Ayton is the pivot, and Crowder slides in at the 4. And it's Bridges in at the 3 slot. Who's out there for Phoenix. Such a wide open look. Booker's got the first basket of the second half. That one for the Suns.
And Chris Paul still a great defender. Fantastic positioning.
Well, not only the positioning, but if you watch Chris Paul, he's calling out every option of every play that every offense is running in the NBA. That kind of intelligence gives the rest of his group incredible confidence. And from the very beginning, Chris Paul has been one of the most disruptive point guards defensively the league has ever seen.
Booker against George. Bridges with the board. Suns leading by 19 points.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Here's Paul. Not enough on that one as it misses. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. And after this one, they're home against Minnesota. That game is the first and last of their homestand. The kick out to Crowder. Here's Ayton, banked in off the glass. And the Suns lead by 21.
And Jay Crowder moving it to the open man.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Here's George. Sinks that one from the post.
Well, there it is. 0 of 3 to start the half, and finally something finds its way through the net.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Paul George has taken some heat in recent years. He says people get so caught up in what other folks think. I'm Paul George. I don't care to be anybody else. I am who I am. You love it or you don't. Simple as that. Guys, with his player on the floor, he has answered all of his critics.
He is certainly playing at an elite level. EA, thank you. Crowder, the pass to Paul. Spins. Booker against George. Paul outside. Bridges a screen on Jackson. Pulls it from the elbow. And the rejection by Zubac. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Jackson finds George. Zubac with it. Here's Ibaka. Phoenix grabs the miss.
Yeah, can't see why he missed that one there. The D's close, but like plenty of room.
Now Jackson. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's the Phoenix Suns feeling good about their 17-point lead heading into the break. The defensive work they've done against Paul George has been a big factor. He hasn't done anywhere near the kind of damage we expected. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, is peripheral vision.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Setting the floor for the Clippers. Reggie Jackson out there at Bledsoe. Then there's Batum. Then it's Paul George. And it's man in at the small forward.
He's not the guy that you want to give a wide open look from three-point range. They're lucky that that one doesn't cost them.
Bledsoe against Bridges. Johnson in the corner. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. To the middle. Can't cash in from close range. Clippers trail by 17. Jackson up top, defended by Paul. And it's Ayton with the rebound. Ayton's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Bridges against Jackson. And that one barely misses as he draws contact. 2 free throws coming up.
That's his first personal foul.
It's on Nicholas Batum.
And Bridges really likes to get to the interior and earn himself some opportunities from the charity stripe.
And the first one at the line is good.
And with Mikal Bridges, he's a player who knows his role and plays his role as well.
I think he's one of those guys who comes from a great system. He came into the league with incredible discipline and incredible awareness of where it is he can impact the game. And that's why you see the 3-and-D effect that Mikal Bridges has had on the NBA.
Suns leading by 19 points. Payne passes to McGee. Back to Payne. Ayton with it. And McGee kicks to Bridges. McGee sets the pick for Bridges. Driving to the basket. Bledsoe with the rebound. Clippers trail by 19.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for Phoenix.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
And now on the year, this will take them to 28 wins. And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for JaVale McGee.
Every time there was a big possession or a big play, he was a major contributor. Just a great all-around game.
Booker against Bledsoe. And George now top of the key. Over Ayton. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down.
How about the handles of a guy like Paul George at his size being able to rip around and has total confidence in his ability to score.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Booker the pass to Ayton. Good. A nice assist from Booker. And the Suns lead by 21.
And once they smelled blood in the water, you could see the killer instinct take over.
Yeah, up until that point, a competitive game, but once they broke through that barrier, it was all them. Complete control.
And the foul called on Cameron Payne.
Personal foul.
That is his first foul of the game.
Clippers substitution.
Five seconds left to play here in the fourth. So it's the Suns winning easily here. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
Please take care.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. First big win tonight. What do you think was the biggest factor?
I mean, I don't know. You know, it was just our defense. You know, obviously our offense fed off of it. Guys made open shots, but I think we really locked down defensively, and that's what we're trying to make sure is that we're a defensive team every night.
Well, you were a defensive team tonight, Chris. Thanks for your time. Kevin?
All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. And now, we present the New Balance Player of the Game, JaVale McGee.